Hello, my dear children. This is Chandrasekhar, your science teacher. In this video, I am going to revise the very first chapter, chemical reactions and equations. You all have studied in your previous classes regarding equations and basic things like elements, compounds, and all you have studied. So now, I am going to revise once again. What is chemical reactions? First of all, you must know the definition for chemical reactions. It is a process in which new substances with new properties are formed. The process in which new substances and new properties are formed in the chemical reactions. There are many natural examples we can give. Burning of candles. When candles start burning, we can expect two types. One, physical change also we can observe, and chemical changes also we can observe. Are you understanding? And if your mom cooked the food, there also you can observe the chemical reactions. That is irreversible. Okay. When you cut an onion, you get tears. Okay. We will get the tears, that is due to the chemical reaction. Sulfur is present in the onion. When sulfur combines with oxygen, it forms sulfur dioxide. The sulfur dioxide causes tears. Are you understanding? So likewise, it is a process in which new substances with new properties are formed. So here I have drawn a figure. This is what experimental observation. Here we have taken conical flask. This is what rubber cork to tight the air. To avoid the movement of the air, we will introduce cork into the flask. In the mouth of the flask we have inserted cork. This is what glass tube. To go the hydrogen gas outside, we will insert glass tube. And here the solution is, we have taken diluted sulfuric acid, and here zinc granules. Okay, what happens when we take this conical flask? Inside the conical flask we have taken diluted sulfuric acid and zinc. When zinc and diluted sulfuric acid mix each other, what happens? When we shake, it will be mixed. We can observe the exit of the hydrogen gas, and color changes, turns into yellowish. Are you understanding? Yellow color observation also we can see through this experiment. So here you are seeing what are the observations during the chemical reaction can be expected. Change of state. Change of state. Solid may become liquid, liquid may become solid. Are you understanding? Change of the physical state. And next, change of color. Change of color also we can observe. Evolution of the gas. Which gas is evolved? Hydrogen gas. And change in the temperature. Change in the temperature. Obviously, during experiment we need to increase the temperature, and the presence of heating to the Bunsen burner. Okay. So equation for the regarding this experiment is zinc Zn, we write, combines with sulfuric acid, that means mixed with sulfuric acid, it gives zinc sulfate along with the liberation of the hydrogen gas. Dear children, in this chapter you must know whatever we write in the left hand side, LHS, are called reactants. And whatever we write in the right hand side, this is what? Product. So in this chapter, the main thing is after when we write equations, chemical equations, this is what skeletal equations. We have represented through the symbols, chemical substances in symbols. This is what zinc. This is sulfuric acid, diluted sulfuric acid we have taken. This is a zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. So after that, one more concept is balancing equation. Is this equation is balanced or not? To balance, we have to observe the number of atoms present in the reactants and products. Okay. Here zinc 1, here also 1, SO4 as it is there, hydrogen H2, 2 atom of hydrogen as it is there. Then we can say this equation is chemically balanced. Okay. Next is let us take one more example for balancing equation. Mg, that means magnesium combines with oxygen. That means in a laboratory, if we take magnesium ribbon and if it is heated by the Bunsen burner, by the help of the Bunsen burner, what happens? We get magnesium oxide in the form of white ash. What do we get? Magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide. So now balancing, we have to balance the equation. So here elements magnesium and oxygen. Okay. LHS, RHS. So LHS magnesium 1, oxygen 2. RHS, this is that means the product magnesium oxide. Magnesium is 1, oxygen is 1. So we here 2 is there, the 1 is there. Therefore, we need to balance the equation. That means we have to put here 2. If we put 2 here, if you write 2 here, then what happens? Here Mg is 1. Therefore, here also we need to put 2. Is that clear? So now the equation is balanced. Are you understanding? Okay. Now let me take one more example for you. Iron combines with water. Fe3O4 Fe3O4 plus H2. Iron combines with water gives Fe3O4 plus H2. Ferric oxide, H2 is hydrogen. Dear children, we have to observe here in this equation, iron is there, here water is there, ferric oxide and hydrogen. Whenever if we write the equations, we need to represent physical states. So iron is solid or liquid or gas, whichever we have to write. Iron is solid. Iron is solid, and this one is water vapor, that is gas, and this one is solid again, ferric oxide, and hydrogen, obviously you all know that is gases. If you write inside the bracket, these are all called as states of the elements or compound. Are you understanding? Physical states of the elements or compounds. So this is also important, but it is not mandatory. Whenever it is necessary, we can write. Okay. Now it's our time to balance this equation. How to balance? You write the elements LHS, that means reactants, as I told you before. RHS, So elements, what are the elements? Iron and hydrogen and oxygen, isn't it? So in the LHS, iron is 1, hydrogen 2, oxygen is 1, RHS, Fe is 3, and hydrogen is 2, and oxygen 4. So here you can see the difference here in the LHS. Number of atoms of the LHS must be equal to number of atoms of the RHS, because it should obey the law of conservation of the mass. So here 1 is there, here 3 is there. So 1 should become 3. I write here 3. Okay. Next, here oxygen is 4, but here only 1 is there. Therefore, we have to write here 4. Okay. Now I have written 4 here, but here only 1 is there. Therefore, we need to write 4. Okay. Now the equation is balanced. Is it clear? Now the equation is balanced. 3Fe plus 4H2O. In presence of the heat, we have to heat. So what happens? Ferric oxide plus 4H2 hydrogen. Yes. So this is how to balance the equation. Hello children, let us continue with the types of chemical equations. Combination. In this combination reaction, calcium oxide in solid plus water in liquid, said it gives calcium hydroxide along with the liberation of the heat. Here calcium oxide and water combines, mixed, and forms a compound. Are you understanding? Yeah, product. This is an example for combination reaction. The next is decomposition. Decomposition means dividing or splitting of single compound into two other compounds. Here calcium carbonate, this is what limestone, calcium carbonate, when you eat it forms calcium oxide quicklime along with the liberation of the carbon dioxide. This is what gaseous state, solid state. This is also solid. Next, zinc combines with sulfuric acid, it gives zinc sulfate and hydrogen. So here displacement. Second one is decomposition. Here displacement means change of the position of the element or compound. So zinc combines with metal, reacts, highly reactive, reacts with this solution SO4, therefore zinc sulfate and hydrogen. Next is double displacement. Double displacement means 2 times the compound or element will be changed by their positions. Na2SO4, that is a sodium sulfate in aqueous state, combines with barium chloride, it gives barium sulfate and salt NaCl. Here you can notice that this sulfate SO4 is changed the position. It has been changed the position and joined with the barium sulfate, and this chlorine has changed the place and joined with the sodium. It forms NaCl. Okay. Next, last but not the least, reduction. Let us know what is reduction. And let us know what is reduction and oxygen. Let us know redox. In this redox means, suppose that the substances loses oxygen, that is called reduction. If the substances gain the oxygen, then such type of reaction called reduction or oxidization reaction. Okay. So for this example is CuO plus hydrogen. When we heat this, it gives Cu plus H2O. Okay, here we can expect the loss of oxygen and gain of oxygen. When it is loss of oxygen, that is called reduction. When it is gain of oxygen, that is called oxidation. So which is gained here? Hydrogen gains oxygen, oxidation. That is called oxidation. And next is copper loses its oxygen, that is called reduction. Okay, I hope you have understood. Next is the last concept, corrosion and rancidity of this lesson. I will explain. So here you must have observed that the iron article are shiny when it is new, but get coated with a reddish brown powder when left for some time. This process is commonly known as rusting of iron. Yeah, rusting of iron. When the iron is new, it will be shiny. Okay. After sometimes what happens, due to the presence of water, moisture and air, due to the atmospheric chemical reaction, we can see the reddish coat on the surface of the iron. That is called corrosion of the metal. Even if we cut the lemon, due to the presence of acid inside the lemon juice, that is citric acid, that reacts on the metal, so we can see some white stains on the iron. Okay, that is also called as a corrosion. And next is rancidity. So for the corrosion, still some more examples. Try if the presence of the silver makes black coating, and if the presence of the copper makes green coating, that is also due to the corrosion. Now let us know about rancidity. Rancidity, that means when fats and oils are oxidized means react with oxygen. Okay, they become rancid and their smell and taste change. Usually substances which prevent oxidation, antioxidants. Okay, when fats and oils are oxidized, they become rancid and their smell and taste change. Usually substances which prevent oxidation, antioxidants, what do we call for it? Antioxidants are added to foods containing fats and oil. Keeping food in airtight containers helps to slow down oxidation. So one more example is chips. Manufacturers usually flush bags of chips with gas such as nitrogen to prevent the chips from getting oxidized. So this is what, suppose when oil or fats exposed to air, it will get oxidized. So the taste of the oil and fats will be changed. That is due to the rancid. Are you understanding? And even chips manufacturers, they flush the chips bag with nitrogen gas to prevent the chips get spoiled. Are you understanding? This is what rancidity. We say rancidity. So here ends the lesson. I hope you have understood the random revision of the chemical reactions and equations. It will be. I hope it will be helpful for you. Happy learning. Thank you all. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.